following is a presentation of GRS-TV.
We set the bar high. On top, cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Looking like a star shot. We set the bar high. On top, cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Looking like a star shot.
Good evening and welcome to Homer B. Johnson Stadium. It's week 2 of district play in our game tonight, the South Garland Colonels versus the Lakeview Patriots. Hello everyone, my name is Steve Reeves. I'm joined by my partner as always, Bobby George. Bobby, both teams had a disappointing loss last week, so they both come in 0-1 in district play, but a pretty good matchup tonight. We're going to see two pretty good running backs in this game.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun this game, and I tell you that we've got one that's leading the district and area actually in running. He's just been a beast. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We've got two teams that are 0-1, like you said. They both came in disappointing losses, and you know, South, they put up a lot of points last week, but they just couldn't get it done, and they put 43-56. They lost to Garland High School, and then Lakeview comes in their district opener, and they lose to North Garland 14-28. Both teams had high hopes for the season.
You're exactly right, and the sophomore running back we were talking about for South Garland, Joel Brown, he is the leading rusher in the area. And of course for the Lakeview Centennial Patriots, they've got a pretty good one in Kamar Wheaton. So good matchup of running backs tonight, and we're just about set to get underway.
Yeah, so we'll get to see him first, I guess, Jaleel Brown first, and he's got 756 yards on the season, 12.8 yards per attempt, 4 touchdowns, so it'll be fun to watch him tonight.
And there's the kick. It's high and deep, and it's going to bounce about 4 yards deep in the end zone for a touchback. And so the Colonels will start on offense first from their own 25. So to set the stage real quick, South Garland did win the opening toss, and they elected to receive the ball, so Lakeview will get the ball first in the second half.
Of course, they're in the all whites and blue helmet. You see Lakeview is in this kind of, I guess that's a yellowish gold color.
I'm not sure what color that is. It is like a yellowish gold.
It's a sharp-looking outfit. I'm not cutting it down or anything. It's beautiful. I love it, but I don't know exactly what the color is.
So Colonels on offense to start. 1st and 10 from the 25, and see the quarterback takes the snap right there. We'll talk about him in just a second. The quick throw out and a catch made for a 5-yard gain, and quarterback is number 1, DeMarcus Duncan. He had, as you mentioned, Bobby, a pretty good game last week against the Owls, and that's Deontay Jackson, the running back that just caught that pass.
DeMarcus Duncan, 17-44 on the year, 2 touchdowns, 203 yards. Now, they throw it a lot. They've put it in the air 44 times. The problem is they've only completed 17 of them, so he doesn't have a whole lot of yards, and that's why they lean on Jaleel Brown a lot.
There's a snap on 2nd and 5. Boy, and hit immediately in the backfield is the aforementioned Brown, and that's number 89 for the Patriots with the tackle. That's Caleb Jones. Boy, nice play by the defensive lineman.
Yeah, he's 190 pounds, 6'1", and boy, you see he just comes right across that end. Looks like nobody even got a hold of him, and he just was able to make the tackle as soon as they hand the ball off to Brown.
So Brown loses 3 on his first carry, and it's going to set up 3rd down and 8 here for the Colonels. Again, their opening possession here of the game. Snap to Duncan. He's looking to throw it. 3-step drop. Pressure comes. He's going to roll out to his right. He's got a lot of room out here, and he's going to throw it. He's got a wide open receiver back in and out of the hands. And that is number 27. Boy, nice interception by Michael Ayers of the Patriots. And, boy, I thought for a second there, Bobby, he was going to take it all the way, but the quarterback comes back to make the play.
Oh, you see, he gets a lot of pressure. He has to roll out, and his guy actually comes wide open. You see him wide open, but as he's running, he's having to throw that off his back foot while he's falling out of bounds, and it just goes over the head of his receiver, and Ayers is just sitting right there, just puts it right in his hands.
Boy, so the Patriots are on offense 1st and 10 at the South Garland 15, and this will be their first look tonight. Great field position to start. There's a look at their quarterback. He is a senior, number 10, Jared Adams. Well, I'm not sure exactly what happened here, but I tell you what, I don't hear a whistle yet.
I know, that's really interesting. I think they're saying that he actually moved the ball or something, and they all just jumped on it and took it. The offense is out there going, what's going on? We didn't even start the play yet. But the refs, they blew the whistle, and then it was like play on, and then they didn't blow it till they picked up the ball and took off running with it.
Boy, that's the craziest thing I've seen. The officials talking about it here.
They're going to give it to them.
Yeah, the Colonels certainly think they have the ball. So here comes the ruling here. Again, no penalty flags, just an odd play.
It's odd that the refs didn't.
We did not have a snap.
So they're going to say, come back out here and do that one again. I think that what happened was the center went out there, moved the ball, and the two-tech defensive guy that's setting over the one gap, he just jumps on it real quick, and like it's a fumble. Like he moved the ball, I'm taking it from him. It's probably something they saw in film and said, hey, if they do this, if he takes his hand off the ball, that's a live ball. And they probably saw that on film because all of them knew what was going on.
Right, they fell on, and that's why you thought the Colonels thought they had the ball. So, boy, you see both head coaches talking about this.
Well, that's what happened. The center touches the ball, and then he takes his hand off the ball, and that becomes a live ball. And that's exactly – I'm sure they watched the film and saw all that and said, hey, if he does this, you jump on the ball.
Jump on it, yep.
Yeah.
I bet you're right.
And it should have probably went, so –
but as it stands, they're going to rule on the field that there was no snap. So it's back to where we were. 1st and 10 for the Patriots at the South Garland 15-yard line. And as we started to mention, the quarterback number 10, Jared Adams, he is a senior. And he's going to hand the ball off. Look at this.
Clear.
There's nobody there, and that is an easy touchdown. A 15-yard run for the aforementioned number 4, Kamar Wheaton.
Left tackle.
Wheaton's been in the end zone 3 times this season, 190 yards, 4.6 per carry. And boy, was that one wide open. Look at that. There's nobody even in the screen. That's probably the easiest touchdown he's had.
Yep, agreed. So a one-play drive there, 15-yard run by Kamar Wheaton, and here comes the extra point attempt. Number 84 set to kick it, Daniel Figueroa. The kick is up and looks good, and it is good. So, boy, just like that, one play after the interception, Kamar Wheaton and the Lakeview Patriots 7, the South Garland Colonels nothing. We'll be back after these messages. Nothing Lakeview after the 15-yard touchdown run by Kamar Wheaton. Of course, that was all set up on the interception. Michael Ayers, number 27, had that interception, and here comes the Patriots to kick off for the second time early in the ball game. And once again, the kick sails into the end zone, and it will be 1st and 10 at the 25 for the Colonels.
Now, Lakeview, they've been really good on defense. I mean, they're only allowing 16 points a game. And as far as yardage, they're only allowing 270 yards a game on offense. Their defense is pretty good, and it showed right there. They were able to, first play of the game, they jumped in and got the running back before he was able to even, almost before he got the snap, and then flushed the quarterback out and caused a turnover. So they're really good on defense.
There's a snap to Duncan. The fake handoff, throws it out. He's got a man. The catch is made. Look like a carbon copy of their first play to the other side. A gain of about 6 this time. Once again to Deontay Jackson. Look at number 11, Garnett Burke, the senior defensive back, in on the tackle. Here's the quick throw.
Yeah, nice quick throw. That's a good throw, too. You sit down, get your little slot guy, just turn around about 5 yards, put the ball right on his chest. Pick up some quick yards right there. Spread it out. If you can spread it out, you got a pretty good chance of having Jalil Brown have a good night.
Gain of 7 to be exact. Second down and 3. The handoff comes to the right side. That is Brown, and he is going to gain only about a yard. So pretty good job there by the Lakeview interior line. And big number 55 right there on your screen in on the tackle. That is Nicholas Calais.
Big guy right there, just moving the piles, what you're doing right there. He gets off his block and takes down the sophomore.
There's a look at Calais right there. We'll probably hear his name quite a few times tonight. 3rd down and 2 coming up here for the Colonels.
Well, they got him at 5'8", 250 pounds. That's like a bowling ball down there. Hard to move it.
Play action here. Boy, here comes the pressure from the Lakeview Patriots. The ball is still loose. They're going to pick it up, and knocked out of bounds is number 15. That's Joshua Nwosu, but another turnover here early for the Colonels, and that is going to be disastrous.
Yeah, Victor Smith just gets straight through there. Watch this, boom. I mean, he knew he got hit when he took that shot. And then there's the recipient picking it up and taking it down a little bit farther. But, man, Joshua Nwosu almost gets a touchdown right there. Something you dream about when you're a kid. You're thinking before the game, you're like, oh, man, what is the awesome play that I could do? And one of those times you're thinking, hey, I could pick one up and score on defense. That's what you want.
Hand off to Whedon to the left side. He's going to get down to the 2-yard line. So, Bobby, we've had, of course, 2 turnovers, but the Patriots have started their 2 drives. The first one from the 15. This one starts from first and goal from the 10.
Well, that's a nice little shifty move he makes right there. Yeah, they've had 3 plays so far. They're up by 7. And fixing to take one in for another touchdown. I mean, that defense has really caused havoc on South Garland.
Yeah, not the way the Colonels wanted to start this one for sure.
South has been pretty good. They've been putting up 24 points a game, 334 yards of offense, and, of course, Jalen Brown.
And there's the handoff to Whedon to the left side. Bobby, keep your thought right there, but he scrambles in 2 yards for the touchdown, and Patriots up 13-0 now with 8:25 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, you get all the credit when you're Wheaton taking it into the end zone, but boy, you got to give a lot of credit to that defense that set you up. I mean, Jalil Brown, he's leading the area in rushing, and he's not had anything happen. That Lakeview Centennial has just been so dominant on defense so far. It's really set up these 14 points.
Yeah, there's the extra point. It's up and good. Yeah, you mentioned Jalil Brown, the area's leading rusher so far in this game. Now, he only has 2 carries, but -2 yards to start. So, again, not the start that the Colonels wanted, certainly not with the 2 turnovers, and they've already dug themselves into a little bit of a hole early in this game. We'll just keep it here. Got 8:25 remaining here in the first quarter. 14-0 Lakeview on top. And again, the catalyst, those 2 turnovers. And Colonels need to get something going here offensively, Bobby, or this game may get out of hand in a hurry.
Yeah, you got to answer it right here. You've got to take this kick and either return something to get into good field position here, and then you've got to take care of the ball and keep that defense off the field. Sometimes the best defense is the best offense, and if you keep that ball out of Lakeview's hands, that's better for you. So
saw just a second ago on the sideline, that was number 50 for the Patriots, Victor Smith. Of course, he was the young man that caused the fumble just a little bit ago. So getting the Patriots out to a good start here, 14-0 early on, and they are set to kick it off for the 3rd time in this game. We're not even 4 minutes in. That time the kick reaches the end zone, about 2 yards deep. So once again, the Colonels will start 1st and 10 from the 25. And Bobby, you mentioned, the records coming in, for both of these teams, and of course both 0-1 in district play. But South has 1 win on the season. They come in at 1-3. Lakeview at 2-2, and again, whoever comes out on top in this game gets to even in district play, and that's the most important.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely important. Now, Lakeview, they were beat last week by North Garland, and North Garland played Rowlett last night, and Rowlett actually beat North Garland. So you really need to win this game. And same with South. lost against Garland High School, and Garland has got a good team this year as well. So you've got to really come in and make something even. It's really important to win these games in district play.
First down handoff goes to Jalil Brown. I tell you what, there's not a lot of running room out there as he gets maybe half a yard. Number 25 there for the Patriots on your screen. On the tackle, Isaiah Ellis.
Just the read option, going to the left side, and oh man, Ellis just takes it right to the chest, I think is what happened, and kind of lost his breath, it looked like, but makes a great tackle.
Isaiah Ellis, a sophomore for the Patriots, so had a sophomore tackle and a sophomore on that play. Second down and 9. Snap to Duncan, looking to throw it. He's got time. They look for the screen. Oh, wow. And boy, Brown could not get to it. He dove for it to the right, but it was just out of his reach. It's going to be third down and 9.
Nice play call, though. You have everybody going. You got your motion man going from left to right, and he even looks right. Your quarterback looks that way, and then they actually set the screen up to go to the left, and you see Jalil Brown right there. He gets his foot caught up with a lineman and actually falls down. If he doesn't, he catches that, he probably has a lot of room to run because everybody thought the ball was going to the right side of the field, and that was kind of a little trick play and throw it back left. If he doesn't fall there, makes a clean catch, he might have had some room.
Agreed. Third down 9. Here we go. And here comes some pressure. He steps up. Boy, nice play to step up, but now he's being chased in a hurry. And boy, that ball comes out awkwardly. They're going to say that's a forward pass, and here comes a penalty flag late.
I'm not sure what the penalty flag would be unless it's intentional grounding maybe, because he was getting hit as he throws the ball.
Yeah, and I think you're going to be right, Bobby. I think that's certainly what the referee there is thinking, is that is a sorry, I'm looking at it here.
Intentional grounding.
Intentional
there, yeah.
I'm sorry, I was paying attention, trying to see if I could pick up what they were saying there. But yeah, intentional grounding. And here comes the call.
2 fouls on the play. Defensive holding, number 11. We have intentional grounding on the offense. These penalty was offset. Replay the down.
Yeah, so there's your grounding. You were exactly right, Bobby. The other flag we did not see was a defensive hold called in the secondary against the Patriots. Here's a look at it again.
He's an athletic quarterback, but boy, Lakeview's got some athletic guys chasing him as well. And I guess they called it right there in the back. We couldn't see it. The holding, I guess, on the receiver maybe.
Yeah, I did not pick it up myself, but it will be third and 9 as we'll replay that. So South Garland gets a little bit of life back here. They're going to throw it deep.
They got him.
Yeah, he was open, but unfortunately the throw was to the outside, and pass does fall incomplete. Number 7, Brian Jones back there with the coverage. It's going to be fourth down and 9. The Colonel's going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, it looked like his receiver kind of took the inside route a little bit. And Duncan looked like he was trying to throw to the outside. The closest person to the ball was the defender, Jones.
So the Colonel set to kick it away for the first time tonight. There's a snap, a good snap, a clean kick,
beautiful.
pretty good kick.
Looked like a knuckleball.
Going to take a bounce. Lakeview got to try to return it here. Oh, and they break containment down the left sideline, still on his feet, and he cuts it back to the inside, and that is going to be a touchdown for number 11 of the Patriots, Garnett Burke, and a lot of trouble here for the Colonels early in this game.
Boy, he just got to the outside, and he just outruns everybody. Watch us pick this ball up. Boom. Once he gets past number 4 right there, then he's just outrunning people.
Boy, a good job to stay in bound there as well. As I thought maybe he had a foot out of bounds, but see right there on the replay, he does stay in bounds, and that's a long punt return for a touchdown. Extra point is up, and it is good. So we are just about 5 minutes into this ball game, and our score, the Lakeview Patriots 21, the South Garland Colonels nothing. We'll be back after these messages on GRS TV. fireworks have erupted here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium, and those fireworks belong so far to the Lakeview Centennial Patriots. They have jumped out to a 21-0 lead over South Garland. The last touchdown scored on a beautiful punt return by number 11, Garnett Burke, and a huge hole for the Colonels to try to get out of here. Now, granted, we've got plenty of time. We're not even 5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, 2 turnovers caused the first 2 touchdowns, and then all of a sudden you get a long punt return. Wow, just difference in the game right there. 3 plays, basically.
Boy, that was a return out to the 18-yard line, and that ball was taken at around the 3. And, of course, you know, the rule they put in place not too long ago, I think it was last year, as a matter of fact, where, you know, if you fair catch, you know, inside the 20, that the ball does come out to the 25. So, you know, you're almost saying, man, he really should have fair caught that ball, and instead he only gets out to the 18, and that's where the Colonels will start.
Yeah, you say that, but when you do that, you're guaranteed you can't break one for a touchdown, too. So all these guys feel like they can make a TD every time they get a hold of the ball. And, you know, that's basically why they take it out. So, but, yes, it costs them about 6-7 yards.
So the Colonels back out on offense. 1st and 10. They've got to get a drive going here. DeMarcus Duncan set to take the snap. Got 2 receivers down to the bottom of your screen and 1 at the top, and the handoff's going to go to number 9, Brown. And once again, there's just nothing there. They're trying to run right now inside, Bobby, between the tackles, and they may have to rethink that strategy and see if they can pull, you know, break some outside, because right now the interior part of the defensive line of Lakeview is having none of it.
Yeah, big number 55 and 56 right there together. Those guys are just not hard to move around. That's Nicholas Callias and Jonathan Brown. Those guys are just big right there, and they're running right into them, and they're not moving.
Yeah, so Brown, no gain on that play, and just hasn't had much to work with here so far early. Duncan looking to throw it. He throws it outside, and boy, the receiver broke that time, Bobby, but you know, either the receiver broke too far or the quarterback didn't throw it where it was supposed to be, so it falls about 2 yards short, and that's going to be an incomplete pass.
10 yards to go for the Colonels.
He has time, but boy, here you go. Here those big linemen break through again. Maybe he had to rush it just a little bit, but he had his receiver. It looked like he could be open right there.
So once again, a 3rd down and long here coming up for the Colonels. Snap to Duncan. He's going to fake the handoff. Here comes the pressure once again. He escapes it momentarily. Now in trouble. And guess what? We've already called his name a couple times. Number 55, Nicholas Callias, and another tackle for him, and that's going to be a loss of about 4.
Well, he's having a big game so far. He's been all over the quarterback and on Jaleel Brown. Is just playing good. Of course, they break containment right there. When you have to get your quarterback all scrambling around, then he kind of runs right back into your defenders.
So 4th down and 14, and the Colonel's going to be forced to punt once again. Kick is going to be from around the 2, and I believe it got partially blocked. That was number 14 is the punter for the Colonels. It's Giovanni Serrano, and I'm with you, Bobby. It looked to me like maybe they got a hand on that ball. That's number 18 for the Patriots is Zacchaeus Adams, and
I don't think he was even trying to block the punt. I think nobody blocked him, and he just he wasn't trying to get through there real fast. It just kind of happened.
Yeah, no, he did not get a piece of it. As you can see, a great replay that time by our camera crew, and you can see it right there as, you know, he puts the hand up, but the ball does not. He just shanked it.
Yeah, I think he was trying to punt around him, though, because I think he had such a clean run up the middle that he just tried to kick around him, and that's why it shanked out there. But I don't think he was actually trying to block the punt or anything. He just noticed, hey, I'm really close, and raised his arms.
Yep, I'm with you on that. But once again, Lakeview, look at this. They're going to start this drive from South's 19. So they've had drives from the 15, the 10, and the 19. And there's the throw. Oh. Boy, nice job as he had the intended receiver, but the corner out there, number 17 for the Colonels, that's Braylon Witherspoon's able to get back and make the play.
Ball was thrown really nice. It had got good float on it. It was just a good thrown ball. Just kind of almost runs out of room, but no. Oh, it hits him right in the face mask, actually. Good toss right there by the quarterback.
There's an ecstatic fan right there for the Patriots as We've got an early 21-0 lead and looking for more here. Second down and 10. There's a snap. Boy, a high snap, but quarterback able to take it. Now Wheaton to the left. He's going to get to the 5 and knocked out of bounds at around the 2, it looks like. So that is going to be a gain of about 17 yards for Kamar Wheaton to the left side. And once again, the Patriots knocking on the door.
Yeah, and they're going into the hurry-up offense as well. But, boy, that's a good catch right there. Yep, they just keep getting outside.
Lakeview Centennial.
Wheaton making it look easy.
Well, another touchdown run for Kamar Wheaton, and Patriots up big, 27-0 here in the quarter.
Breaking containment right there, and the defensive end is getting sucked in. They're just taking it outside on him. And he's fast. When he gets outside, it's going to be really hard to stop it.
Extra point attempt is up. Good look at it from the end zone camera. And it is good. So a look at Kamar Wheaton, who's already got a couple touchdowns in this one. Our score with 5:10 remaining in the first quarter. The Lakeview Patriots 28. The South Garland Colonels nothing. We'll be back after these messages.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission. Reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part. You could be Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you want to be. You can go any place you want to see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future. Be the change you want to see. It all starts right now. The GISD.
We are back at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. 5:10 remaining here in the first quarter. Lakeview with a 28-0 lead early here, but I'll tell you the big story of the first half, outside of the, or the first quarter, I should say, outside of the turnovers, is the field position for the Patriots, as they've had just, the dream field position that you wanted a game. Here comes the kickoff. Number 23 tries to get to the outside, gets across the 25, and that's where Colonels will have it this time. It looks like they're going to mark him maybe at the 26, so a pretty good return that time by number 23 of the Colonels, and that is Edgar Del Rio.
Well, they really got to establish something quick. They're going to have to get a good drive going, spread the offense out, get the ball to some different people, do something different, because it looks like Lakeview is in their playbook. They've been able to just stop them every single time, so they're going to have to do something to keep that offense on the field and then flip the field position, because Lakeview keeps getting the ball inside their own 20.
First and 10 for the Colonels. Got a little bit of a stoppage in play right here, but we are just about set. Snap to Duncan, fakes the handoff, throws it outside, and overthrows his intended receiver. That's number 5, Deontay Jackson. They've connected a couple times here early, but that time a little high.
Yeah, but that's just a simple pass. You practice that over and over and over. You've got to make that quick throw and get that ball to your playmakers and let him make some moves out there and pick up some yards. I mean, that's something you practice in for 4 months now, basically. You've been practicing that since the middle of summer.
Second down and 10 here for the Colonels. Desperate need of a couple of first downs here, if nothing else. Snap, handoff to Brown to the middle, and I tell you, they're gonna have a hard time running up the middle against this Lakeview defense. And once again, I believe that was 55, and it was indeed in on the tackle. Nicholas Calais, and
I mean, he's just a bulldozer in there. I mean, it looks like that offensive line is really trying to block him. You can see they're exploding off the line, but he's able to shed the blocks. I mean, it's not like that offensive line doesn't know he's there. I mean, they're really hitting him hard. But, boy, he's just elusive and able to get off those blocks, and he's just getting to the ball.
So third down and 10. Double wing formation here for the Colonels on this third and long. There's the fake handoff. We've got play action here. Pressure comes.
No
Gonna
receivers.
roll to his right, and, yeah, there's nobody there. So he goes out of bounds right at the down marker. Maybe he picked up a yard on the play, but it's going to be 4th down and 9.
25-yard line.
he had no one to throw to. I mean, we're looking down the field. Everybody's completely covered up. I mean, that ball's got to come out already. Those offensive linemen can't block that long. They've got to the play is designed to be out of your hands in 2 to 3 seconds. So you can't hold it 4 or 5. I mean, they can't do it. They'll end up holding. So they block, and they're expecting the ball to be out. But there was no one to throw to. Everybody was locked up.
So another 3 and out here for the Colonels. There's the low snap, but it's picked up, and that
Blocked.
time it is blocked. And it's going to go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. I believe that was number 19. Pardon me, that's 18, it looks like, for the Patriots, and that was a block for Zacchaeus Adams. They're going to put the medal around his neck for that.
I mean, they were coming up the middle everywhere. There was nowhere to go. If he would have stepped in and just punted it, it had probably been blocked up the middle. So he tries to run outside and do it, and there was more gold shirts. There's just nowhere to go with that ball.
Well, I can't ever recall seeing a game where, where one team's first 4 possessions are all inside the 20 of their opponent. And that's exactly where these 4 possessions for Lakeview have been. Of course, they've also scored on a punt return. Quarterback takes it up the middle and it's still on his feet. Boy, nice strong run by the quarterback, still going, and he's going to gain about 9. Let's see if they're going to mark him. If they mark him right at the 10, which is where one of the line judges is, that will be a first down, but I think he's about a yard shy. So a 9-yard quarterback keeper there.
It looked like it was a designed run. He sees the middle coming up, but boy, the linebacker was right there. They just couldn't get him down.
Boy, nice strong run that time by quarterback Adams. And a 2nd down and 1 here for the Patriots at the 11.
They have him listed at 202 pounds, so he is a pretty good-sized kid.
Hand off to Wheaton. Boy, that time the Colonel defense did a good job to stand him up, and he's going to be a little bit short now. And penalty flag comes out late. But a good job that time by the Colonel defense to hold Wheaton from getting a first down.
Yeah, it looked like Jonte Hamilton gets in there. He's playing right there on the defensive line, and it looks like he's the one that got his hands on Wheaton and pulled him down.
Still trying to sort out things here. The referee trying to get the
unsportsmanlike on 23 of the offense. That's his first unsportsmanlike. Half the distance.
Did he call it on the offense? He pointed towards the defense.
Yes, he did. He's trying to figure out it. We're probably going to get another call here from him. But you're right, Bobby. He did call it on the defense. And it's got to be on the distance.
Defense, because now they're doing half the distance to the goal. So.
Right. South Garland and sportsmanlike conduct. And the result of the play.
So that will be an automatic first down as they'll mark the penalty yardage, half the distance to the goal. So 1st and goal here for the Patriots just outside the 5. And yeah, it was unsportsmanlike against the defense, not the offense. And here we go. Here's the snap, and looking to throw it as the quarterback. He's going to throw a flag route to the back of the end zone, and the pass is incomplete. Pretty good throw on that ball. If he puts a little bit more air under it, Bobby, that's going to be a touchdown. But
yeah, but I think Perrion Adams gets through there so quick that he actually puts his helmet into the chest of the quarterback, Jones. See him right there, just comes right through. He has to get rid of that ball a little quicker than he probably wanted to.
2nd and goal now for the Patriots. There's a snap, handoff to Wheaton up the middle. It's going to be hit at the 4, drive to about the 2, so gain of about 4 on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 2.
Okay, I want to ask you something. When was the last time you saw a quarterback in high school get up under center and then do a handoff play?
1963.
I mean, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Even if they do get up under center, usually they take the snap and just lean forward for touchdown or whatever. They're trying to pick up a yard or 2, but you don't even hardly see that.
Right.
Much less take it and do a handoff. I like it.
I do too. Back to a little old school. He's under center once again. Takes snap, hands it off to Wheaton to the right side.
That's a TD.
Yep, into the end zone for a touchdown. Wheaton's 4th of this first quarter.
And that was like a little power run. They actually set up in there and get 2 fullbacks to lead Wheaton into the end zone.
Look at it again right here.
They get up there quick, don't they? Watch this. Now they got 2. See their linemen, 58 and 56. 55 and 56. Oh, those are those big defensive linemen that we were talking about earlier, and now they get in there on offense and lead the way.
Kick is up on the extra point attempt. It is good, and we've got 2:12 remaining here in the first quarter. Our score, Lakeview 35, South Garland nothing. We'll keep it here, and boy, I tell you what, 5 touchdowns in 1 quarter. But again, it's been really the defense that has been the catalyst of this ball. They've caused 2 turnovers. They've had 1 special teams punt, but then the field position for their offense has been outstanding.
And it's so fun to watch Nicholas Calais and Jonathan Brown get rewarded for that defense that they've been playing to get in there and lead their running back in for a touchdown. So they feel like, hey, I'm part of this on defense, and I get to bring you into the end zone as well. So it's a fun thing for a defensive lineman.
You saw just a moment ago on your screen, number 4, Kamar Wheaton. And, of course, Bobby, he's been injured for the first, part of the season, so he's just really trying to get back into form here. I believe this is his 2nd game back. But anyway, he's obviously had a big first quarter, not necessarily yardage-wise, but he's had 4 touchdowns so far in this game.
He's been able to break contain. I mean, you've been getting the ball inside the 20 every time you get the ball, but once you get there, you still have to convert. And that offensive line has done a great job of getting that defensive end inside, and Wheaton's fast enough to get outside and break that containment and get to the end zone. He's done a great job.
So a low kick this time is going to be taking it around the 10. This one will be returnable by number 23. He's going to run out across the 25 and be stood up around the 29. So a pretty good return that time for Edgar Del Rio, and the Colonels will take over on offense. Bobby, we were mentioning, Kamar Wheaton, again, not necessarily many yardage. He's got 8 carries, 35 yards on the game so far in the first quarter, but 4 touchdowns.
Well, you keep doing that, and you'll be leading pretty soon the area in touchdowns. If you put that many touchdowns in the end zone, every game you play from here on out, you're going to win the area in that.
Well, kind of an anomaly. Again, you see the score 35-0, and you look at the
yardage.
Yeah, you look at the box score and look at the total yardage, and go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, 44 total yards, but 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, 35. They almost have as many points as total yards in this game, which is just amazing. A ball comes out, and guess what? The 3rd turnover of the first quarter, Lakeview picks it up. And number 11 still on his feet, and there's the penalty flag. I figured the block in the back was going to be called, and it was. But the 3rd turnover of the first quarter by the Colonels.
And who picks it up? Garnett Burke, which is the one that returned the punt.
Block in the back. Do return. On return to number 28. 10-yard penalty, and it's 5 and 5.
So Burke having a big game now. Returns the punt for a touchdown and then picks this one up right here. He's playing safety. See if the ball just pops out. I couldn't tell if he was down or not, but again, it was big number 56 making the tackle. Jonathan Brown is one that pulled the ball out of there.
A nice return by Burke. And Bobby, you said just a second ago, and that's exactly what I was looking for. I'm not so certain that the running back wasn't down on that play, but at any rate, Lakeview with their 3rd turnover here of the first quarter, already up 35-0. And boy, unfortunately for them, this is by far the worst field position they've had in the first half. They're at the 49 of South Garland. And wow, let's see if they can drive this one. They're been used to getting these inside the 20 starts.
He's going deep.
Got a good throw on that ball, and boy, again, pretty good defense out there.
Beautiful defense. As soon as he gets his hands up, you see number 17 right there, Braylon Witherspoon, gets his hands up and actually knocks the ball down, I think.
Yeah, nice touch on this throw, and he's got his receiver, but pretty good job there.
Running right with him.
Braylon Witherspoon defending on play, 2nd and 10.
Nice play by Witherspoon. It sets up 2nd and 10. There's the snap. Quick throw out to Wheaton. And he is going to head down the sideline and be knocked out of bounds right at the 40. So that's going to be a gain of about 4. So a 3rd down and 6 coming up here for the Patriots.
Witherspoon having to make the play there. He was getting blocked pretty tight.
5-yard gain to the 40.
He gets him just enough, puts him to the outside, and there's just no running room for Wheaton to make a move out there, and he gets some help from the other white jerseys and knocks him out of bounds.
So 3rd down and 6 here for the Patriots. Inside of 2 minutes in the first quarter. They send a man in motion here coming across. There's a snap. They're going to pitch it to him. He's going to run to the left side. Cuts it back in, and he's going to have the 1st down and more. Still on his feet. Finally knocked down around the 27. But a nice run that time on the end around by the wide receiver number 5 for the Patriots. That's Cameron Jones.
Well, they got this hurry-up offense, too. As soon as they get a 1st down, they're running another play. I'm not so sure they weren't set.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the call is going to be. As you see the stoppage in play, and you're exactly right, Bobby. They're going to get him for not being set.
False start, other offense, 5-yard penalty, repeat 1st down.
They're trying to get that defense off guard and set real fast, but they snapped the ball right before the receivers got set. And
Repeat 1st down. 15 yards to go.
it's a good strategy if you can pull it off. The defense doesn't have time. Now you watch South Garland. They see that Lakeview is changing their call. They'll get up there and then they change their call, and you'll see South Garland move around defensively so that they can't figure out what defense they're in.
Pressure comes, the throw is out, a wide open receiver, and the catch is made. That's number 83 for the Patriots with the reception, Jonathan Dunn.
Coming up with the reception for the Patriots.
When the 6'2 senior wide receiver picks it up, and here they are, Bobby, in a hurry once again.
Witherspoon. 10, Lakeview Centennial. 13-yard line.
Looking to the sideline to get the play.
Yeah, you watch that defense. They'll move, and then when they get set, they'll move again and get in their defense. They don't want them to know what they're in.
Fakes the handoff, hands it off to the left side. Look at this hole, and that is going to be a touchdown, number 20 for the Patriots that time. Zachariah Dunston, and once again a touchdown run for the Patriots.
They just didn't know who was getting the ball. They had somebody going in motion. He faked to him, and he faked this way, and boy, watch this big lineman, 54, get a block right there to seal it off. That's what you want from your lineman. He was pulling from right side to left side. Was able to seal it off.
There's a snap and hold. The extra point attempt is up, and that extra point is good. A big first quarter here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. So we take a quick break. We look at Zachariah Dunston on our screen. Our score, Lakeview 42, South Garland nothing. Back at Homer B. Johnson Stadium, and you see the Lakeview crowd there. They are pumped up as their team has a 42-0 lead here in the first quarter.
I mean, and there is a lot of people here. It's packed out on the student side, the parent side. There's a lot of people here tonight. They really brought it. And they're getting a good show, 42-0.
If you like offense, they're getting a good show, 42-0. And again, we're still in the first quarter. There's the kick. Going to be taken right at the 1, so here comes the return man trying to cut outside to the left. He breaks containment for a moment and gets knocked out of bounds around the 21-yard line. And South Garland back on offense, but they have dug themselves a huge hole in this ball game.
Again, they've only put up 80 total yards and just been able to put some points on the board, and it's basically been from that defense. The defense has really just taken over this ball game.
Boy, and, you know, you're South Garland, what do you do? I mean, they, you know, I believe they have one first down in the game, and I believe it came on a penalty, and they just haven't been able to generate anything offensively. They cannot get Jalil Brown going. There's a quick throw out, and boy, that's a nice positive play to start this drive. That's going to gain about 7 yards to the receiver number 12 for South Garland, Deontay Pruitt. And we have come to the end of one quarter of play here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. If you like offense, you've seen quite a bit. Our score at the end of one, Lakeview 42, South Garland nothing. Back for the start of the second quarter. Our score, Lakeview 42, South Garland nothing. Bobby, right now Lakeview on pace for 168 points. You think they can get there?
No, I do not think so.
I sure hope they don't. Quick throw out and a nice catch made out there by number 12 of the Colonels. That is Deontay Pruitt, his second consecutive catch, and the Colonels have themselves a first down.
There you go. That's nice. 2 quick passes, right on the money.
First and 10 South Garland from their 34.
Pick up their first down. That's their second of the game now.
See if they can get Brown going here again. The area's leading rusher with really no yardage here in the first half. Another quick throw, another nice catch, this time to number 15 of the Colonels. That's Davon Gilmore.
And they're finding something now. They've got these little slot guys going about 5-6 yards and turning around right in front of the linebacker, in front of the safety. Ball's getting there before they can react.
42-yard line. And 8, second and 2 for the Colonels from their 42.
Again, quarterback taking a lot of pressure there. Duncan, you see he's got to take that ball and get it out of his hands quickly because the linemen are getting through there on him quickly.
Nice handoff to Brown, a nice spin move, and that's going to get him a first down. That's a gain of 3. And boy, Bobby, we mentioned, of course, Jalil Brown. We talked about the area's leading rusher coming in. Well, before that carry, he had unofficially 5 carries for -4 yards. So just got 3 on that play. So as of right now, he's got -1 yard in this ball game rushing.
Yeah, you can't say anything any better about that defensive line in there. They've just really been able to contain him. It doesn't look like linebackers are having to do much. Now, of course, they've got 4 down linemen and 3 linebackers is how they're playing him.
Well, a lot of time this time for Duncan. He's going to throw it, just kind of floats it out of bounds. So
yeah, he had nobody. The receivers all went deep, nobody underneath, and he just had nobody to throw to. Just a smart throw to throw it out of bounds.
Pass is incomplete. Second down and 10 coming up here for the Colonels. They're at their own 45. So, boy, again, a couple of first downs there and almost out to midfield.
I think they need to stick with throwing those little tight passes right there to their slot receivers because that's where it's been. Of course, the safety is covering them, so if you can drop down right before the safety, you can pick up 3 or 4 or 5 yards.
There's a snap on second and 10. Boy, here comes the pressure. He's going to throw it out and once again kind of floats it towards the out of bounds. That one was somewhat dangerous, Bobby, as the Lakeview player got a hand on it but not able to control it.
Again, I think he's throwing that one away because there was just no one there. I mean, everybody was double and triple covered there. He had nobody to go to. Watch right here. He's like, oh, he's getting flushed out. Look at all the gold jerseys right there. He's just having to throw that one away. I'm not exactly sure what the receivers are doing or what the play call is, but it just doesn't look like there's anybody there for him to throw to.
So 3rd down now and 10. Got a stoppage in play.
Timeout. Charge of South Garland. The first charge timeout.
So South Garland elects to use the timeout here. Bobby, why don't we keep it here and talk a little bit about, kind of what we've seen so far, and
First charge timeout.
kind of look ahead maybe towards, kind of the rest of the district action. But anyway, so Lakeview, of course, they've started out strong in this game with, the 3 turnovers, really the big story so far in this game, and really the field position for the offense. So South Garland going to try to climb back in this game. They certainly don't want to fall to 0-2, and
That's right, because they have Rowlett next week, and of course Rowlett they've won their game, and so won both of them, and so if you have that, now you're going into somebody that's won 2 district games and is in on a roll, so you don't want to have to do that. You've got to make something positive tonight. Even if you lose, you got to find something positive in this game that you can go into the next week and play with.
That's exactly right. Rowlett, you mentioned them, and we've seen them a couple times so far on GRS TV. They started the year 0-3 in non-district play, but as you mentioned, they're 2-0. They're on top of the district right now at 2-0. Boy, that 3rd down scramble, and once again the pressure is just heavy, and he's able to get rid of the ball. Here comes the penalty flag. We may get another one of those intentional groundings.
Well, he shouldn't, because it was number 9 right there where he threw the ball. Even when he wasn't looking, he was still there.
Yeah, they're going to pick it up here as well.
No foul for intentional grounding.
There you go.
In the area.
No penalty on the play.
So they were indeed they threw the flag for intentional grounding, but as you mentioned, Bobby, a receiver in the area, we'll see if we can pick it up here.
And look at the lineman. The defense just coming in on him so quick, he has no chance. And he throws it. See number 9 right there? That's where they picked the flag back up, because he is an eligible receiver. He wasn't looking for the pass, but it was towards him.
It was right there at his feet. That's exactly right. So they pick up and wave off the flag, but unfortunately for the Colonels, that was on a 3rd and 10, so it will be a 4th and 10. And after a couple of first downs, the Colonel's going to have to punt. Angle this one, boy, that's a nice kick right there. And it's going towards the out of bounds. Beautiful. As they're going to pin Lakeview inside the 5.
Now that's the worst field position they've had the whole game. Flipping the field position is very important, and that time he had a little bit of time. See number 14 right there on the sideline getting congratulated by his teammates, because that's the first time he's had any time to actually punt the ball. And he was able to get a hold of that one. That was nice.
Yeah, great punt that time by Giovanni Serrano. And again, 1st and 10 at the 4. So let's see this time how Lakeview's offense does. Again, this time they don't have that great field position, so see if the Colonel defense can rise to the occasion, maybe cause a turnover of their own.
Looks like the Colonel's going to go with 5 down linemen and 2 linebackers and 2 safeties, which you don't see a whole lot of. You don't see a lot of 2 safety sets.
There's a handoff coming to the left side, and tripped up around the 10-yard line is the running back. That's number 20 for the Patriots, Zechariah Dunston, and pretty nice run for him.
Solo tackle by Jorge Gabriel. 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3 from the 12.
7 yards on that first down run for Dunston. And Kamar Wheaton, of course, with a 42-0 lead here in this ball game. He may be done for the night. I hate to say that so early in the 2nd quarter, but got a big lead.
When you got it's so early in the season, you might not want to get him hurt. So if you got a chance, you got to let some other guys play the game.
First down for Lakeview.
Dunston with the handoff once again. He's going to gain 5 yards, and that will move the chains and gives the Patriots a little bit of breathing room. Here's a look at Dunston coming off right there.
He's a sophomore, so I mean, they've got 2 more years with this guy, so he's pretty good runner, and you want to get him a lot of experience, and these are the type of games you want to be able to do that with.
There's a snap, and this time the fake
Bootleg.
handoff. They're going to bootleg, roll to the right. There's the throw. Wide open receiver. Makes the catch down the sideline. Gets a good block. And then taken off his feet across midfield at around the 44. That is the big wide receiver for Lakeview, number 88.
Yeah, 6'3", 210, Ed White. Watch him, he just, beautiful bootleg right there, and then he just releases. He actually acts like he's blocking for a minute.
43.
Well set up play. Great downfield blocking.
What nice design play there, Bobby, as you mentioned. And
I like how they set up under center like that, and it just really gives you a lot of room to play with plays like that.
there's a snap and the handoff. Boy, a little bit of a busted play, but look at this. Positive yardage and a nice run of about 14 for the new running back in the game. That's number 23 for the Patriots. That is Christian Phillips. And well, it looked like, again, a busted play as the quarterback and running back kind of ran into each other. But
it's pretty funny because you see Adams on it. After he hands it off, he kind of pats him on the back. Okay,
as
keep
he's
going,
running.
man.
Yep. 1st and 10 for the Patriots. And again, remember, this drive started inside the 5 at the 4, so they're already out to the South Garland 28. So, and they already have a big lead in this game. It is 42-0. There's a snap and the handoff once again up the middle, and boy, he takes a big shot there, but still on his feet. And then we see about 4 Cardinals converge on him. Another run that time for Phillips.
Charge of the Colonels led by Jorge Carrion.
Colonels just trying to figure out what in the world we can do to stop them. You know, they're able to get big chunks of yardage every time they touch the ball. Of course, they're playing 5 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and they playing 2 safeties, so they can't get beat deep on a pass. But I think we're seeing a lot of running yards here because, you know, you're up 42-0. You're going to run the ball more than you're going to pass it.
Yeah, definitely going to try to run clock. This time it's going to cost them as they were going to have
timeout. Lakeview.
Yeah, we're going to have a legal motion call right there, Bobby, I believe. But the Lakeview coaching staff, led by Coach Kendall Miller, thought, hey, let's call a timeout and save the penalty. So timeout called here by the Patriots, and we'll take a quick break. 6:31 remaining here in the half. 42-0 Lakeview on top.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission. Reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part you could be. Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you wanna be. You can go any place you wanna see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future, be the change you wanna see. It all starts right now, the GISD.
Back from timeout, Lakeview with a 2nd down and 6. There's a snap and a counter play. They're going to hand it off to the right side, and that is a nice run. Once again, number 23 for the Patriots. Phillips with the carry, and it's going to be 1st down and 10 at the 14-yard line, or pardon me, the 13-yard line of the Colonels.
He just has a lot of room. Look at that line. They're just driving, and then they pull from left to right, and those guys can move, and they clear people out.
Centennial picks up a 1st down on the Colonels.
And Roy Garza, sophomore defensive back, saves the touchdown right there.
Yeah, let me correct myself. That was Dunston. Dunston's back in the game. So that was not Phillips on the carry, but Dunston, and he's going to have a nice gain. 1st and 10 for the Patriots. There's a snap. They're going to flip it on the end around. Number 9 with the carry, and he is going to
where'd the ball
hit the knee, and let's see if they're going to call that a fumble. They're going to say he's down, it looked like.
That was interesting how he just left the ball right there. It looked like I guess his whole body his hand hits the ground and the ball just stays there. They're giving it to him.
Yeah, they are going to call it a turnover. And you're right, Bobby. It looked like there at the end when he got hit, you know, the ball, he kind of held the ball out. The ball hit the ground, and then he left it there as he went down.
Yeah, it should be down right there, actually. Yeah,
Yep.
he's down.
Yep, you're exactly right. Boy, great job by our camera crew to get that one. As always, the wonderful camera crew here for GRS TV. And it should have been a down, right there on the field, but it is going to be a turnover, and South Garland will take over 1st and 10. See an injured Colonel on the field, but they're going to get him up quickly, hopefully just a cramp.
Injured player for South Garland.
And that's a break for the Colonels. Obviously Lakeview started that drive from their own 4, and boy, they had made it. They were inside the South Garland 4. And
had a great drive
bit of a
going.
break. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they were eating chunks of yards up every play, and it looked really good. Of course, Colonels get a big break right there on the inside, on the 4-yard line themselves. So I guess it's the 3 they're on. So, I mean, big break for them. Now you have to execute offensively. You've got to get out of your own territory here.
Yep, exactly.
Get some room. Got to do something. You got to get Jaleel Brown some room to run.
Take over on there.
But you got to get out of your own end zone for sure.
There's a snap. They're going to hand it off to Brown, coming to the right side, and still on his feet across the 5, and then he's swarmed upon by 3 Lakeview defenders, and so a gain of about 3 on that 1st down carry. Brown, as we said, just not able to get untracked here in this ball game, and a lot of that, of course, is credit to the Lakeview defense.
Watch 57 right here, Tuquante Brown. See him right there? He just drove his guy all the way out to the sideline and then just pancaked him over there on the sideline. It wasn't his fault. His man got taken out.
Driven completely out of the picture.
Yeah, it looked like blindside.
Second down and 7. And
backing him up.
Yeah, we're going to get a penalty flag here. This will mark him half the distance to the
Now,
goal.
false start on the offense. Half the distance. Replay. Second down.
So that will move the down marker inside the 5 back to the 3. So it'll set up 2nd down and 11 now.
They were able to toss the ball out to their slot receivers pretty quick, and they completed 2 or 3 passes right in a row doing that. So I'm wondering if they might go back to it. Maybe they feel it a little too dangerous down here towards their own goal line.
Yeah, they're pretty close. There's the quick throw out. Boy, and that's a great throw and catch, and he's going to get a 1st down. I believe that's 21 for the Colonels. Ty Key, and Bobby, it was funny with the quarterback. Duncan let go of that ball. I don't think the receiver knew it was coming to him, and he turned around and it was kind of like, oh, this ball's coming my way.
Yeah, he throws it before he ever turns around. As soon as he turns around, it's on his chest.
Colonels pick up 1st down.
Good instincts to be able to pull that ball in and get the 1st down.
Yeah, good throw by Duncan as well. So 1st and 10 now, and the Colonels pick up the 1st to move the chains. There's the snap, the handoff to Brown coming to the left side, and well, once again, just not much running room for Brown. He gains 2 on that carry. But it's been a rough go here against this Patriot defense.
Yeah, they knew exactly what was happening. You see the linebackers for the Patriots. They went to the outside. Looked like the defensive end crashes in real hard for the guy if he takes it up the middle. But then the linebacker, instead of going towards the ball, he comes around the ends and shuts him off. So it looked like Jaleel Brown was going to bounce it out. There was nobody there because you can see the defensive ends, how they're set, and they're going to the outside.
Play action, and he was looking outside. His intended receiver was number 12 that time, Deontay Pruitt, but it does fall incomplete. Set up a 3rd down and 8 coming up here.
8 yards to go.
Have 3:02 remaining here in the half. Lakeview 42, South Garland nothing. And again, South's offense right now, they just are trying to pick up some 1st downs, get some momentum going that hopefully will carry them into the 2nd half. But a big play here for the offense. There's a snap. They're going to hand it off number 4. Boy, he's got a lot of room out here, and he's going to pick up a 1st down.
Close to a first down.
Nice
for the
run
Colonels.
that time. Brandon Wyatt, the junior
Taken out of
running
bounds
back,
by Ja'Cory
and that should be
Carter.
enough to move the chains.
It looked like Lakeview was going to take a chance and blitz up the middle. They thought it was going to be a pass. They go up the middle, and instead of bringing their linebackers to the side like they had been, they're all going up the middle to do a pass rush or a blitz. And it was just a perfect play call, being able to bounce outside and pick that first down up.
So 2 first downs here picked up by the Colonels on this drive. The quick throw out. Boy, he had his wide receiver out there, but he overthrows him.
Pass intended for Ty Key is incomplete.
Looked like it was going to Ty Key there.
Patriots on play James.
It's like the receivers don't know he's going to throw it, though. It's like,
Second and 10 for the Colonels.
well, he was breaking back to the outside. The ball just comes a little early. He does a good route. He was open.
It floated a little bit on him, exactly. So 2nd down and 10 coming up here, South Garland.
I think he's just had so much pressure that he's thinking he's kind of quick feet right now. He's kind of getting rid of it a little too early.
Yeah, I agree with you there. There's the handoff once again to number 4. Penalty flag comes out at the end of the play. That was Brandon Wyatt with the carry, but we will check the
Personal
flag.
foul. Roughing the quarterback. Number 18 of the defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run.
That was a roughing the quarterback called against the Patriots, so that'll move the ball all the way out across the 40 to the 44. 1st and 10 for the Colonels. We'll see if we can pick it up here on the replay.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know why they even hit him. I mean, he had handed the ball off. Why even go after him?
Yeah, you saw there towards the end of the play, you saw Duncan at the bottom of the screen kind of
getting knocked over. He kind of getting hit or losing his balance is because somebody came over and hit him. I mean, they're going to call that kind of stuff. You know, nowadays they don't want you to get blindsided when you're out of the play. They're trying to take that part of the game away.
Handoff coming to the right side. Number 8 with the carry. That's to Quentin Blaylock. And a nice gain of about 4 yards on that carry. And clock continued to run. We're inside of 2. Here's a look at the replay.
Yeah, they're starting to be able to pick some yards up. Big number 57 again coming out there pulling guard. Clearing some guys out. Picking up some good yards. I mean, this drive started inside the 3-yard line.
Second down here for the Colonels. There's a snap. Boy, they quick pitch it to the man in motion coming across. I believe that's number 12, and nice gain of about 6. He'll be about a yard shy of the first down. That was Deontay Pruitt.
Well, it was just a crazy play because Pruitt's in motion, and by the time they snap the ball and pitch it to him, it was almost like a pass play. Watch. That's a dangerous play because that ball can hit your chest or anything and bounce out. It's usually when you do that pitch play, it needs to be out in front of them real soft so they can reach out and grab it.
3rd down, a long one. Duncan, 3-step drop, throws it out quickly. He's got his man. Key once again and takes an inside move. Still on his feet. 10, 5, and knocked out of bounds.
No, he's in. Where's the call? I don't see where they're marking him.
They're going to mark him out at the 7, so I guess he got knocked out of bounds around the 7. But at any rate, a nice throw and a nice move. Watch this inside move, Bobby, by the receiver.
Boom, just so quick, too. Look how fast he is. Let's see if we can see his feet here. Good job by our camera crew. Look at this. Right there.
First down. Oh, and Duncan not ready for the snap. He's just going to fall on it. God, you hate to see that. South had a little bit of momentum. 1st and goal at the 7, and then you have a bad snap on 1st down.
South Garland. A second choice timeout.
So the Colonels.
Second choice timeout.
Colonels with their
he just wasn't even ready for it. I mean, he was still looking around, getting his guys set, and the ball comes out.
Yeah, they had to use their second timeout right there. We'll just keep it here. 25 seconds remaining, and because the clock was winding down. So
I think the center saw what was going on, and he knew he had to snap the ball.
Well, look at it on your screen. That is a young Patriot right there. They've had a lot to cheer about.
Yeah, I believe it's their homecoming as well. See a lot of people with those mums hanging down to the floor. They're as big as they are. They look like they weigh about 50 pounds of flowers hanging on those girls' shoulders. So, but there's a lot of them out there. So homecoming today.
Looks like it indeed. I see the mums, as you mentioned. And, well, I tell you, those don't look too bad, Bobby. You know, a lot of times, like you said, you see these mums nowadays, and they're as big as the young ladies themselves. So here we go back to live action. Duncan escapes
Nobody
pressure.
to throw to.
Yeah, he's going to have to go out of bounds and going to lose yards once again. It's going to be 3rd down and long.
Well, you'd think that some of these receivers, or the way they would do the play call, that they would have somebody dragging across short. But when you send every single guy deep and away from the quarter, look, he's rolling right, and there's only one receiver. That's it. There's nobody else. Everybody else is on the other side of this field.
That play took 7 seconds off the clock. We've got 18 remaining. More importantly, it's 3rd and goal from the 20.
Clock's down to 7 seconds.
There's a snap. Duncan looking to throw it. He's got time. He's going to throw it deep towards the back of the end zone. And, boy, once again, it looked like, Bobby, and you can elaborate on this, it looked like he was throwing towards the back pylon. The receiver took an inside cut.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was supposed to be a post corner, but the quarterback throws it deep corner, and it looks like his receivers were going post. So I don't know what was going on there, but, boy, what an opportunity to lose right there. You're inside basically on the 7-yard line. 1st down, and you just went backwards every play.
So the Colonels bring out the field goal unit. They're going to attempt a 37-yarder here.
This is going to be interesting because South Garland has almost got every punt blocked.
Giovanni Serrano, the kick looks
They
good.
get it.
And it is good, so the Colonels are on the board with 6 seconds remaining. They get 3. Boy, nice kick that time by Serrano and a 37-yarder.
Yeah, I was worried that South was going to let Lakeview come in and block it because they've had a real hard time blocking for the punter. But, boy, they executed that one perfectly.
So 42-3. We've got 5 seconds remaining. Obviously, we'll just keep it here. And so we are about to head to the halftime intermission. But, well, I'll tell you what, a pretty good drive that time by South Garland. You know, they had a 1st and goal, Bobby, at the 7, but then, boy, that bad snap on 1st down just really kind of ruined the whole thing.
Yeah, and then they went, instead of running the ball at all, they started throwing it. Boy, look at that right there. Just a beautiful snap, hold, and kick.
Well, a great kick that time, 37-yarder, and it gets South Garland a little momentum going into halftime.
Yeah, you say that they took the snap, they lost some yards there, and then they were fighting the clock because if you run the ball, then you don't have enough time. So they wanted to throw it, but every time they went to throw it, there was just no one to throw it to, and so it forced them to kick that ball. But, boy, what a beautifully executed field goal.
And you got 2 Lakeview return men standing at their own end zone, so they definitely know the leg of this kicker. Of course, he's got the wind at his back as well, so let's see if he can plant one in the back of the end zone. He's going to kick a low line drive, bounce at the 5. Boy, they're going to try to return this one.
Oh, yeah.
And here we go, and trying to get outside, and penalty flags come on the field, and I believe you're going to get a block in the back. It won't matter. South will probably decline it here. We'll head to halftime.
That's what they're going to do. Everybody's clearing off.
Yeah, still haven't got the official call yet, but the Patriots, they're not wasting any time. They're headed towards the locker
Doing
room.
return. Block in the back. Number 7.
Penalty against Lakeview Centennial.
We still hadn't decided what they're going to do here. Sure, but they're going to decline it. Yeah, they did indeed. There we go. So there's the call. Legal block in the back. It is declined. We are heading to halftime here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. Our score, Lakeview 42, South Garland 3.
Independent School District would like to extend a special thank you to our community.
Back at halftime at Homer B. Johnson Stadium, getting set for the start of the third quarter. Our halftime score, Lakeview 42, South Garland 3. And Bobby, as we get ready for the second half, let's look at a few of the first half highlights.
Yeah, it looked like it was all Lakeview Centennial the whole first quarter.
And it
was 42-0 at first quarter. It was going. And
well, here's the first pick of the game, the first turnover of the game from Ayers.
And Wheaton does the rest for 15 yards out.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of Wheaton in these highlights, I have a feeling.
Well, a big game right there. He's had number 50 defensively. Putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
And here's Wheaton once again, his second touchdown of the game. Then we saw the punt return. So again, in the first quarter, Bobby, you mentioned 42-0. It was a lot of Lakeview and a lot of good, great field position in that first quarter, and they jumped up to that quick 21-0 lead. And here's Wheaton again, his third touchdown. Power look. There's those two defensive linemen, Bobby, you pointed out in the first half with nice blocks on that touchdown run. And there's Dunston there with his touchdown to cap off the scoring for the Patriots. And then here we go at the end of the first half, a nice 37-yard field goal attempt by Giovanni Serrano, and gave South Garland their first points, and hopefully for them a little momentum here coming into the second half.
Yeah, Lakeview didn't put a whole lot of yards up, but it was just a lot of turnovers, and the defense just really got after the Colonels, and they were getting the ball inside the 20 every time for like 4 or 5 possessions in a row, and every time they were able to capitalize on it. 201 total yards in the first half there for Lakeview Centennial. 13 first downs, 63 in the air, so they didn't even throw the ball but 6 times, but they completed 3 of them, and for 63 yards and 138 yards on the ground. They could do really whatever they wanted to in that first quarter. Of course, they didn't score in the second quarter. It looked like South Garland was able to control it a little bit better, and then South Garland gets the 3 points there at the end of the quarter. In the second quarter, South Garland only 100 yards, 65 of it in the air. They were 7 of 18 passing. They had 1 interception. We saw that on the highlights. 35 yards rushing, and that's really the really key right there is 35 yards rushing, and the Patriots have been able to hold Jaleel Brown to just very little yards, and he's only put up let's see, Jaleel Brown has only got 8. He has 0 yards so far on 8 carries, and he's been the leading rusher in the entire area. So Lakeview Centennial has been really on top of him all game.
Yeah, defense was certainly the catalyst in that first half for the Patriots. They've got the big lead, and they have the ball first here to start the third quarter. You saw the Colonels kick off, and again with the wind at the back of the kicker, you can see how much the wind is whipping there as you see the flags. And
yeah, it must be have really picked up, because even the band, they had these banners up out on the field when they were doing the band, and it was blowing those down. So the wind must have really picked up during that halftime.
So here we go, 1st and 10 at the 25 for the Patriots. They're going to fake the handoff. Quarterback rolls to his right, throws outside. Catch is made, and across the 40. Finally tackled around the 45. That is number 9 for the Patriots, Jalen Davis.
Coming up with reception, Jalen Davis.
It was a very nice executed play, because they send everybody deep, and Jalen Davis just sits there, and he's just kind of walking backwards, and it was like that bootleg, and he's just wide open.
Boy, another high snap, but the quarterback able to grab it. He quickly throws it out to the right side. There's a penalty flag. It's going to come out late. They're going to tack on 15 at the end of this, but the catch is made by Cameron Jones.
Well, I tell you, anytime they get a first down, you got to be ready for them, because they're going to run right up to the line of scrimmage and snap the ball again.
So the late hit out of bounds, and here comes that replay of the last play.
Yeah, they get it to him, and then right here he's out of bounds. Well, you know, oh, right there. Okay, now they piled on at the very end. That's where they get it.
So after the 15-yard penalty,
I was fixing to say, you know, it didn't look like it was a late hit or out of bounds hit until that right there at the end.
There's that quick pitch on that sweep to number 5, and boy, he's still running. A penalty flag comes out. That is a nice run by Cameron Jones once again, and it's that play again. It's just kind of almost like a jet sweep. They get the wide receiver coming across, snap the ball, and pitch it right to him.
Yeah, they're going to get a holding play. That's probably what sprung him there, but boy, you can see the pants on the referee just getting whipped. That wind is really coming.
Yeah, wind was not this strong when we started at game time, but it, as you said, Bobby's picked up here, and it's probably blowing 20 to 25 miles out of the south.
And it probably won't have much factor in the game because either team really don't throw the ball a lot. They're both running teams.
After the holding penalty was marked off, it's 1st down and 9 now. There's the quick throw out. Boy, nice grab. Way to keep your concentration. Then he breaks the tackle.
Be ready because they're going to get up to the line of scrimmage probably.
Solo tackle by Chanel.
Yeah, finally tackled it around the 16, but that's going to be another 1st down, and another nice catch that time by Cameron Jones.
Well, see, they don't know who's going to get the ball because you can see right there they break through the line of scrimmage.
Boy, and there's another quick throw, and this time 2 broken tackles and a touchdown for the Patriots.
Well, you've got to be ready. Did you just see the quarterback? He goes up and gets a chest bump, but boy, he gets a little excited and he goes right back down to the ground. That's hilarious. But you know, you got to be ready. As soon as they get that 1st down, man, they are lining right back up on the line of scrimmage and throwing another pass and getting another play in, and it didn't look like the Colonels were ready.
Yeah, it was Jalen Davis. Here we go. Jalen Davis with the catch. Splits defenders, breaks that tackle into the end zone.
Well, he gets excited there, and they give a big old chest bump. And oh, yeah.
That was a chest bump fail.
Jared Adams goes to the ground right there. And I'm sure they'll have a lot of fun with that. But, hey, it's fun. It's a lot of fun when that happens when you're way up, you know.
Yeah, boy, you got a big lead. And here comes the extra point attempt. And it is good. So Lakeview takes the opening drive. 1st and 10 for their 25. Drive 75 yards pretty quickly. 3 minutes off the clock, and we will take a break. Our score, Lakeview 49, South Garland 3. We'll be back after these messages. Here's a look at the quarterback on the sideline, number 10 for Lakeview, Jared Adams. A nice throw that time to his receiver, Jalen Davis, for the touchdown. And well, he's had a big night tonight, as has the entire Lakeview offense.
Yeah, that was just a real nice drive. They were able to set it up with that nice bootleg pass. And when they did that, then you could see on the like a couple of plays later, the defense comes straight in and they don't know who's got the ball at that point. They were afraid to go after the quarterback because they think they're going to hand it off. They were just confused, and it just kind of opened things up, and that line was able to just start getting their hands on the defenders' bodies, and it just opened everything up. The jet sweep started working. The bootleg pass worked. Handing the ball off worked. I mean, everything worked.
Penalty yardage marked off against Lakeview for procedure, and
oh, he's down.
Yep, number 5 for the Colonels with the return that time, but he takes a knee as he catches it, so it'll be down right there, Deontay Jackson. So South Garland starts 1st and 10 from their own 22. Boy, as you mentioned, Bobby, a rough go here in this game for the Colonels. Again, you know, you mentioned a couple times here, they had, over 40 points last week against Garland, but with this Lakeview defense, they've really risen to the occasion. And as you mentioned at halftime, area leading rusher Brown
has 0 yards.
0 yards. So,
Yeah, and maybe they've seen something that, because they're playing with 4 down linemen and 3 linebackers.
There's a handoff to, I believe that's Brown. A penalty flag comes in late, and may have got a face mask on this on the running backs, but we will check it here.
You're not the tackle for the Patriots. Victory Smith.
Yep, that's exactly what the call is. Personal foul face mask, so that's going to add 15 to the end of the run. I believe that was Brown with that carry. And here's a look at it again.
Let's see, right there.
Oh, good look at that face mask.
Oh,
There
that's
you go.
clean face mask. That's a good video right there. Our camera crew. Slow motion.
The slow
Very
motion.
nice.
The slow-mo going.
Number 39.
So the 15-yard penalty marked off. South with good field position. 1st and 10 from the 39. There's the quick throw out. The catch is made. And what a nice first down grab by number 12 of the Colonels. That is Deontay Pruitt, and that will move the chains.
You know, that's worked for them all night. I mean, they've really had that pass. He'll go to the other side, and it'll be open on the other side too. But that quick little 3-4 yard turnaround and get these guys out blocking for them has been their bread and butter actually tonight. That's the only play that's really worked for them.
There's a snap to Duncan. The handoff. Boy, he gets hit in a hurry and dropped.
Again, look who's coming off the bottom of that pile's number 55. He's been there all night.
Time the running back to Quentin Blaylock, and watch him hit a brick wall right here.
Boom. Adams and Salias.
And number 18, Zacchaeus Adams, and what a nice hit right there. No gain, 2nd down and 10. Duncan has time, and he throws it out. The catch is made, and boy, hit immediately by number 7 of the Patriots, Brian Jones. But once again, Deontay Pruitt with a catch.
Jones has been busy. He's been on the coverage all night, going deep and then staying up. You know, what they're doing is they're trying to stay a little deep and make them throw under. So even if they do pick up yards, they want to keep them in front of them and not let them get over the top for the big, quick touchdown. And so you watch him play, he's not going to let anybody get behind him is the goal, because you don't have a safety. You're by yourself on this island out here.
6 yards on that last throw, 3rd and 4. Boy, and he overthrows number 12 Pruitt. That time that would have been enough yardage for the first down. Let's see if the Colonels keep the offense on the field. It's 4th down and 4 coming up.
I mean, why not? I mean, it doesn't matter. You might as well go for it here. And Pruitt was wide open. He actually had his defender dropping back into deep coverage like we were talking. They don't want him to go deep, so it was giving him a lot of room out there, and he was able to turn around. If that ball would have been, you know, just down a little bit lower, he would have picked up some nice yards.
They do indeed keep the offense on the field. Here comes the pressure up the middle, boy, and the
Ball's
ball's
out.
loose. That's going to be a turnover on down. I don't think Duncan ever had control of that, Bobby. A low snap coming out, and he wasn't able to pick it up cleanly. So regardless of who covered it, will be Lakeview's ball. Oh, actually a pretty good snap. Looked like Duncan just took a step back and never really had a handle on it, but I stand corrected.
When things start falling down, it just seems to go quickly.
New quarterback on the field, number 12, Michael Harrow.
Yeah, we saw him warming up before the half. Looks like he's got a pretty good arm.
Hands the ball off to the left side.
Strong run.
Yeah, that's number 23 back in the game for the Patriots and running back, Christian Phillips.
Like you said, Wheaton looks like he might be having the night off the rest of the way. And now Adams, he's out of the game for quarterbacking. And
6-yard gain, 2nd and 4. Lakeview Centennial on 46 of the Colonels.
And Michael Hierro.
Gonna hand the ball off, coming around. Number 8 that time with the carry, Caleb Reed, the junior in the game.
Caleb Reed on the carry.
And a nice gain for the first down.
And making stop for South Garland on 27.
27 for the Colonels with the tackle.
Patriots pick up first down on the Colonel
Yeah, this is a great time. You get to play, you know, a good 2 quarters when you're up like this. So these other guys get a lot of playing time, and they practice hard too. You know, they work out all summer long and practice, and so it's a great thing to get these guys in the game. And here we go.
Hero fake the handoff, keeps it himself. One man to beat.
Oh!
The tackle is made outside, but a nice run on the quarterback keeper.
But I think he has it if he just keeps running straight. I don't think he trusted his speed there.
First and goal.
Oh, that was a nice fake. Look at that. Got the whole defensive end. Everybody was going. Trust your speed there and outrun everybody. You had them.
Boy, Lakeview, another first down and goal just inside the 10-yard line. So first and goal at the 9 as we're inside of 4 minutes here in the third quarter. Lakeview in control and looking to move to 1-1 in district play and 3-2 overall on the young season. Low snap, and the quarterback's going to keep it. Hero's got a easy, untouched touchdown. And now hear the officials blowing the whistle, so I don't see a penalty flag, but
that's exciting for these young men. I mean, you know, they've like we said, they've been working hard, and they finally get in the game and make an impact. That feels good.
No penalty flag on the play, so the extra point attempt coming up. The kick is up. That kick is right down the middle and good. So, boy, nice scramble. 2 scrambles in a row by Michael Harrow. And
you just follow those big linemen. Look at that.
Yep, look at the last one there for the touchdown. Our new score, Lakeview 56, South Garland 3. We'll be back after these messages.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission. Reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part. You could be Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you want to be. You can go any place you want to see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future. Be the change you want to see. It all starts right now with GISD.
56-3, Lakeview on top of South Garland, and we are set to kick it away here. Patriots firmly in control of this game, and Bobby, you and I were just mentioning there at the break, boy, you see the ball pop way up in the air after it hit one of the South Garland players, but luckily able to fall on it or catch it is Braylon Witherspoon, so South Garland will retain it here. And you and I were talking there at the break about, this is you hate to see a game like this, kind of getting out of hand, but the one good thing about it is you're starting to see some of these second and third teamers getting to play that, a lot of times they don't get to play in these games.
Yeah, when they're real close and they try to keep their starters out there as long as they can. And but again, they work hard, so it's good to reward them with some good playing time. So this third and fourth quarter, you should see a lot of guys in there that you hadn't seen.
Just saw quarterback Hero for Lakeview with that touchdown, and again, good to see those young men getting some playing time. So here we go. Duncan looks to throw it deep, and he had a man out there, but he threw into double coverage, and a little overthrown was his intended receiver, Deontay Pruitt. Pruitt's been pretty active tonight, Bobby, as Duncan's looked for him all night long.
Yeah, they do a pump and go, but it doesn't get set up because the rush comes in so fast. But the receiver actually does the pump. He tons of turnaround, and then he takes off again, but nobody's biting on it because they don't even see the quarterback. They think the quarterback's actually getting sacked, basically, and so they're just staying in coverage. Nothing there.
Yep, Lakeview now up to 311 total yards in this game. South is sitting at 111, and here's the handoff. It's going to give them about 4 more as number 4 for the Colonels. Brandon Wyatt has a nice little run.
We had a little bitty guy get out on the field here, took off running around on the 30-yard line. He's about 2 feet tall, so he must have been like 3 or 4 years old. And all the refs go running over there to him and found his mom.
Clock continuing to run here as play clock is down to about 10, and Looks like the Colonel's going to get the play in late now as we approach 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter. There's a snap and the handoff inside. Number 4 this time, but not a whole lot there. Is number 56 for the Patriots on the tackle. There is a penalty flag on the play.
Of course, Brown, we've been calling him all night long. See him right in there just getting through that gap, getting his hands on the running back and just pulling him backwards. It shows the strength.
Personal foul face mask against Lakeview, so they got him with the face mask, and that will give South Garland an automatic first down. Let's see, a second face mask call in 2 series against Lakeview. South Garland is now in Lakeview territory, 1st and 10 at the 42. Marcus Duncan takes the snap, rolls to his right. Here comes the pressure. He's going to try to escape, and boy, he cannot. Number 45 for the Patriots is there with a big sack.
Solo tackle by Jory Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson just gets from the defensive end. He doesn't fall for the fake. And he just was able to get out there. Everybody got covered up again, and it just doesn't give any place for the quarterback to go downfield and throw the ball. And when you do that, then you've either got to outrun them or you got to get sacked.
And we have come to the end of the third quarter here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. At the end of 3, our score, Lakeview 56, South Garland 3. We'll be back after these messages on GRS TV. And a look at Miss Bailey, the principal at Lakeview Centennial High School. I think she's pretty excited. Bobby, what do you think? 56-3 lead for her Patriots?
Absolutely. On homecoming day? Oh, yeah.
Marissa Bailey there, the principal at Lakeview. She's done a great job at that school, and she's a very nice lady. Back to action, 2nd down and 23 here for the Colonels after the sack, and boy, pressure comes once again, and this time again number 56, Jonathan Brown, and puts the pressure on Duncan. He just throws it away.
Yeah, Blaylock was out there in the flats, but he was just totally covered up. I mean, look at this. I mean, they had 3 guys around him. There's nowhere to go with that ball.
So 3rd down now and 23 to go for the Colonels. Just underway here in the 4th quarter, and Lakeview on top, 56-3. Snap to Duncan, split backs in the backfield. This time he's going to throw it out, and boy, just out of the reach of his intended receiver, and I believe that's number 21. It is indeed for the Colonels, Ty Key, who's the leading receiver in this ballgame for the Colonels, but again, just a little high.
It was, but it would have been, he wouldn't have got to the 1st down. I mean, it would have still been 4th and 14. But again, quarterback has little happy feet because the defensive linemen are just coming in so quick. He doesn't have time to set up and throw the ball.
Got an injured Patriot on the field. So I believe that's number 7 that's down for the Patriots. It's Brian Jones. Brian Jones had a nice game for Lakeview tonight, and taking a look at his leg right now as we take a look at some of the members of the crowd tonight. And oh, good deal. He's getting up right now, and
Yeah, it looks like he got a cramp.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. The way he's walking.
He's walking a little stiff-legged and trying to hold his toe backwards. Yeah, that's a cramp.
That's definitely a cramp, but he looks to be okay. And so we've got 4th down and 23 here, and the Colonels set to punt it away. There's a snap, a good snap, and no pressure. The kick is up. A nice high end-over-end kick. A fair catch is called for and made right at the 27-yard line, and that is number 11 on that fair catch, Garnett Burke.
Yeah, he's the one that took it 47 yards for the touchdown in the first quarter. He took that punt return all the way back. Sure hands. He's plays safety.
And the Patriot offense back on the field. And there's look at the quarterback, number 12, Mako Hero, and he scored the touchdown on that last series. Back out for a little bit more action here as we are inside of 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Going to send a man in motion. Oh, he was not ready for that snap, and he's just going to try to make something out of nothing, and he's going to make something out of nothing. Exactly. It's a gain of almost 10.
Quarterback keeper.
Not sure if he didn't see the ball because they had the man in motion, and it comes right behind him.
That play was
just messed up. A lot of times, man, you got to just improvise, and it turned out for him here.
So 1st and 10 for the Patriots. They're going to give him 10 on that carry. Snap to Hero, and he's going to hand it off this time. Number 20 to the right side, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, still moving, and finally taken down around the 45. So a good, strong run for 8 yards.
45-yard line, gain of 8. Making tackle for the Colonels.
2nd down and 3 here for the Patriots coming up. Well, so after that, tough losses you mentioned, Bobby, last week to North Garland, they lost that one 20, I believe it was 27-14. And they've come back strong in this game, and they look to move their record to their district record to 1-1. It's been a big win for them. Saw the fake handoff, and guess what?
Look at him go
Hero
again.
Got some speed, cuts it back to the outside. He's going to go, it looks like.
He got it.
Yeah, I think he's there.
He dove in.
Now they're going to mark him down.
Oh, my goodness.
Looks like at the 2-yard line.
I thought he dove with the ball across the line. Man, he's got some speed.
Yes, he does.
And look at those big linemen out there blocking for him. I mean, that's really been the key of this game is those linemen have been all downfield and getting on those linebackers. Let's see if he dives in. What happens here?
Come on, camera crew. Let's get this.
He got that foot out of bounds.
Our camera crew never lets us down. You saw the foot out of bounds right there. They mark him out at the 2. 1st and goal for the Patriots. See if Hero's going to keep it himself once again. Here we go. There's a snap, and nope, this time. Oh, ball's loose. And I think South has fallen on it.
How about that? Uh-oh. It looks like it came back out.
It sure did. There's a little scrum there.
It looks like a white jersey is going to come up with it, or no?
They still have a rule. I guess Lakeview got it. Wow.
Well, that ball switched hands 3 or 4 times in that scrum.
Yes, it did. Looks like number 23 for the Patriots ultimately had possession, Christian Phillips, and so Lakeview dodges the bullet there. Loss of 3 on the fumble, but they still have a 2nd down and goal at the 5.
They were fortunate right there.
Snap to Hero. This time he's going to hand it off. 20 coming outside, and a touchdown run. Number 20, Zechariah Dunston. And 6 more on the board for the Patriots.
I mean, we knew that was what the play was going to be. So I would think that that South would have known what it was too, because they've lined up in that same formation, and every time they line up in that formation with 3 receivers to the left, they run it to the right, and but they still were able to put it in the end zone.
Extra point attempt is that one hit the upright and stays out. That one is no good. The first missed extra point of the night, but still a big night here for the Lakeview Patriots. We'll take a break. We've got a score of Lakeview 62, South Garland 3. We'll be back after these messages. Got a little over 5 minutes remaining here in the ballgame. Lakeview on top 62-3 at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. And the Lakeview crowd, a big crowd here tonight, and they have enjoyed every minute of it as their team looks good.
Yeah, that's going to be the talk of the school tomorrow. I mean, all your friends are out here at the ball game, a big Friday night. It feels good, and homecoming, and just it's a fun night. And to see your team just really win good and strong, and man, everybody's going to be talking about it Monday morning.
Return here for the Colonels. Boy, he breaks through. Look
about
here.
it?
Getting outside.
Can
Still
he do
on his
it?
feet. Number 5 gets upended across midfield. Boy, took a big hit there, but a nice return for Deontay Jackson of the Colonels.
Boy, it looked like, I thought his helmet came off, but I think it was just whipped back so hard and hit the turf.
So he takes it at the 5 right here and up the middle.
Great blocking here. Look at that. Takes a big hit right there.
Mark him down right at midfield, so a 45-yard return, and South set up with good field position here in Lakeview territory at the 45.
Well, you can see how big the crowd is. Look at that. A lot of people here tonight.
Duncan takes the snap. He's going to hand it off, coming outside here to the right. Oh, and losing the ball out of bounds is the running back. That is number 8, Jaquin Blaylock, but it does go out of bounds.
Boy, Harris comes through there and just, he's got him. Watching him all the way, and then he just unloads on him right there. Gets pushed out. Watch him see him. He's just watching him, and he puts his helmet right on the ball.
That's textbook right there. Get the helmet across on the football, and the fumble there again. Luckily for the Colonels, it does go out of bounds, so they retain possession. So 2nd and 10. There's a snap, and they're going to hand it off in a run of about 2, maybe 3 yards. Once again, that is Blaylock with the carry, and we are inside of 3 minutes to go here in this ball game. See number 31 right there with the tackle for the Patriots.
Yeah, it looks like he's playing a little middle linebacker, number 31. So he's watching the running backs, and he's just going wherever they go.
Duncan takes the snap on 3rd and long, quickly throws it out. The catch is made. Boy, nice open field tackle out there, and number 21 just able to hold on to make the tackle. That's James Barton. Catch went to, of course, number 12, Deontay Pruitt. It's going to be 4th down. There is a penalty flag out on the South Garland sideline.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, and this one's going to go against, looks like both teams offsetting. And
penalties, unsportsmanlike conduct from both teams.
so it will be 4th down, and looks like about 2 yards needed. That was, of course, post possession, so the play stands, and then penalty on both sides, so no harm, no foul. So 4th down and 2. Colonel's going to go for it here. Snap to Duncan. Duncan's got time. He's looking to throw. Now he escapes, and he's got to get out there. He throws it, in and out of the hands of his intended target. Deontay Pruitt falls incomplete, and Lakeview will take over.
Again, there was just no one to throw to. He's scrambling around, and his receivers have just turned around. You watch them out there, they're just setting, and they don't know that there's a defender right behind them, and they think they're open, but they're not. There's defenders all around them, and he just has nobody to throw it to. You get scrambling that direction, and then you've got to throw against your body. You just don't have any power behind the throw.
So the Patriots take over. We'll have a couple snaps remaining here, and then this game will end. And Lakeview, of course, in victory formation. They're just going to take the snap, take a knee, and we'll get this game in the books. A big win here tonight for the Patriots, 62-3. And again, that's going to move their district record to 1-1. South Garland will fall to 0-2 in district play. And of course, this is the second week of the season. We've got 5 more remaining after this, but after that second game is when things start to kind of take shape, and you can kind of start to see a little bit of the playoff picture. And Lakeview right back in the thick of it with a 1-1 district record.
Been fun. It's been a good game. And it didn't look like very many people. There was no injuries that we saw, so it was just a really good game.
Certainly,
especially for Lakeview.
Yeah, I was going to say, especially for the Patriots as they dominate South Garland here tonight. And we have come to the final at Homer B. Johnson Stadium with our score, the Lakeview Patriots 62, the South Garland Colonels 3. We'll see you next time on GRS TV.